The Talmud, Chabalah, the Zohar. Only one sect of Judaism survived the destruction of the Second Temple, and it was only one school of Phariseeism. They still have a collection of works called the Sanhedrin. The Sanhedrin was the kangaroo court that sentenced Christ to death. So if you're a Christian, you might not be so happy about that. But where did the Kabbalah and the Zohar come from? It came from Khazaria. It was not known before. And it's shocking that there's a lot of nomadic pagan ideas alongside plagiarisms of the anonymous sayings of the Desert Fathers. Because where did they get it from? Just underneath Russia. Now the Talmud, how did that come about? Because apparently God gave the Torah on Mount Horeb or Sinai, whichever you choose to call it, even though I'm a proponent of documentary hypothesis, so I don't think that happened. But for the next 2,000 years, or 2,000 years, give or take a few centuries, nobody had heard of this second law that was given at Sinai. The Sadducees didn't know about it. The Essenes didn't know about it. The other schools of Pharisees didn't know about it. Even the Jews during the time of the Maccabees didn't know about it. But since the temple was destroyed, and basically all Levitical law revolves around the temple, in order for Judaism to continue, they needed to have this other law that completely abrogates a religion that's centered around animal sacrifice at a at a certain temple that must be located on Mount Moriah. The Christians abrogate the Old Testament by the New Testament, by the Messiah showing up. So they say, oh, it was finished upon the cross. But when the Jews say that they obey 316 mitzvah of the Torah, no, they don't. They actually don't practice any of the laws in the Torah. Or at least 90% of them they don't practice. They do still stick to parts of the kosher law and minor stuff like that, but the tabernacle, the ark, the animal sacrifices that are obligatory, Jews basically couldn't practice their religion unless they made up this oral law. But that didn't suffice, so they then took these pagan works, the Kabbalah, or what would become the Kabbalah, the Zohar. And the Zohar is not necessarily a pagan work as much as it is a propaganda work that says only Jews have souls and have the light of God in them. And you can only commit a crime or a sin against another Jew. As for the Goyim, kill as many as you can. That would actually be doing the earth and God and Jews a favor. Whenever you have, if you look at it, Moses and Hitler have a lot in common. The chosen people, the master race, entering the motherland, the fatherland, the original land, exterminating all the unwanteds, mean, Joshua and Moses, Hitler just repeated what Joshua and Moses had done in the first place. And then the Zohar, not even the Nazis, I don't think, would say that only Nordic people have souls, and that, yeah, it's funny because I'm friends with a family of Orthodox Jews, and I'm friends with 3 other Jews, one a conservative, another a reformed, and another a non-practicing. But as for the Talmud, the Zohar, and the Chabalah, it's either plagiarism, excuses, or very creepy racist supremacism. Peace to you.